Welcome to Peace TV, positive events in arts, culture, and education television. I'm your host, Marie. Peace TV is here to inspire you and to educate you on the positive things that are happening in your community. So if you're a young person who wants to see some positive changes happening in your community, we're going to challenge you to represent and do something about it. Now today we have a multifaceted show starting with Unity in our community. It's a major event that's coming up January 28th, Monday, January 28th, 6 p.m. at Malone College Johnson Center, which is located at 2600 Cleveland Avenue, which is right next to the main post office right there on Cleveland Avenue. Many of you go to the post office, so you know it's right next door. And I have with me today Rick Brown, who is going to tell us more about this wonderful event, Unity in our community, that you see on the screen right now. And this is also sponsored by Malone College, Peace TV, Stark MRDD, and TWI workshops. How are you doing today, Rick?
Thank you.
Great. Thank you for being able to be here today. I know it was like kind of short notice, but thank you for being here. What inspired this event?
Well, actually, Mary, it was your brainstorm that inspired the event and inspired people from the community to get together to promote nonviolence in the community based on some homicides, some violent homicides that have occurred with too many individuals in Stark County over the past few years.
And you know, I understand, I mean, I know that it's an important cause because, you know, since I've been here back in Canton, Ohio, we've been bringing to the forefront that there's been a lot of people who've lost their lives to violence. And then as the young lady Felicia was saying early this morning to me, we were getting ready to do the show, she said a lot of people, they wear these rest in peace shirts, they come to the funerals and then they don't change their lifestyle. So then it continues on and then people just go on with life and they just say, hey, to heck with it and forget all about it. But we're actually trying to do something about it. You know, what we hear in the community a lot is, okay, well, how is this going to be different from other candlelight visuals? Or is this just a coming together to hold hands and sing Kumbaya? What is this all about?
Well, and I think that this is going to be different because what this is promoting is unity in the community, bringing together individuals in the community, other agencies that promote nonviolence, to come together, to have a place to come, to take away some tools in order for people to heal, in order to recognize those that have lost their lives. And we certainly have an inspiration in Stark County, and we have individuals that feel really responsible to care for one another. And so I think that makes this event different in that we're going to have participants there from the community. We're going to have booths set up. Not only we're going to have inspirational messages from individuals speaking and inspirational music, but afterwards we're going to have a call to action where individuals in the community that might be doing something like this can come, get some information, and decide how they want to participate individually and or with other organizations to promote nonviolence in the future and create a unity that does not allow violence to happen in Stark County.
Absolutely, because you know that's what's always been missing in my mind's eye is when you go to these events, everybody comes together, we mourn, we cry, we comfort one another, but then what? You know, what happens after that? So what we really want to see is the community, you community citizens who are concerned about the crime and the violence in the community, we want you to come out and we want you to come to this event not just to complain or just to feel hurt for it, but to do something about it, and that's to join up with one of the many organizations that are already out here combating violence and help them by volunteering and helping be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Now, how are they going to be able to connect with these organizations that are already doing things?
Participants will have specific booths that will identify basically what they do and how they promote nonviolence and how individuals in the community can become a part of any organization that promotes that. And so that's what we're going to do. Not only, again, will we have the inspirational music and those things that make people feel better about what's happening and what we're trying to promote, but the fact is there will be quite a few participants from the community that will be able to give you tools to take back into your communities in order to participate in a nonviolent type of activity in the future.
What about the families that are going to be there? Because, you know, I got a call all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, as you did, and I got an email from a mother of a classmate of mine who lost his life to violence, and she's going to fly all the way from Atlanta, Georgia to come here and be here on this day. What about the families? I know that, you know, we're going to have a candlelight visual, but what then for them?
Well, we are encouraging the families, first of all, to send their names to you. The victims of violence names should be sent to you per the family members. We're going to recognize them by calling out their names, giving them a rose, and then we want to give them the tools to help them heal through some participation from some community individuals that will be there, i.e. we have Judge Michael Howard, we have Judge Taryn Heath, we have Margaret DeLillo-Story, who is a counselor, a grief counselor in the community, and we have Sandy Womack from Canton City Schools. And these individuals will talk and give individual families the tools that they need to help heal. And so we want to promote that kind of support for the individual families.
Yes, Sandy Womack is a special friend of mine, and many of you know him from Canton City Schools. He's an administrator, and he does a lot of work in the community, but he has a speech called It's Either Penn State or State Penn, and he's always trying to do good in the community, so he's going to be there speaking. And Mike Howard, who's going to be able to point the families in the right direction towards grief counseling, which is going to be good. So we're going to just remember those who lost their lives to violence. I also want to say that if you know somebody in your community, in your neighborhood, the neighborhood associations are going to be there as well. I was at Start Community Foundation talking to Marilyn Thomas Jones. But I just want to read some of the names that we're going to remember on this day, and that's Essence Green, Tommy Gezzi, Benny Angelo, Marnell Cheek, Jerron Burdett, Jennifer Milburn, who was the postal worker who lost her life, and Michael Gilmore, Eric Grimes, Cortez Hubbard, Michael Cheek, and Dana Austin. And also I have to unfortunately add to the list my cousin's father, who was tragically shot, and his name was Darad Keith Sr. So I would like to ask all of you to come out once again to Unity in Our Community, January 28th, 2008, 6 o'clock at Malone College Johnson Center, right next to the main post office, and you'll see Malone College Johnson Center real big on the building. We've gotten a huge response from this so far, so I know that it's going to be a great event. Alex Simon is going to be there. We have Living Fountain Dance Theater that's also going to be there, and we have just a lot of wonderful people, speakers, and so forth that is going to be there. So come out and participate if you care about this community. Just come out and be part of the unity in our community. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. All right, great. Thank you.
There's a vacation village near Orlando that's unlike any other. It's called Give Kids the World.